This is the Noveske N4 made by BOHAN and sold by EMERBU Toys. So you can get it at emerbutoys.com, you can get it at Amazon, and it comes in both the tan and black. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you break it down and then show you some of the parts and pieces. Since I had two of them, you could kind of do it like this. Very straightforward V2 gearbox blaster, similar to the BOHAN SLR or anything else. So very easy to open up, but I'll still go over what you have to do. I'm just not going to do it for you because it's really not that interesting to watch and it's really pretty simple. So really you've got, 6 screws like this. So you got 2 on each side, 2 on the bottom. So you're just going to need an Allen wrench to remove those. Okay, so this is what they look like when they come out, right? I happen to have like a little bit that's the right size for that, so I can take them out with an electric screwdriver. Once you get those, and of course just unscrew your flash hider, you can slide the handguard off. It is pretty tight, but it slides off. It does have this little barrel stabilizer. This does pop out, so if it pops out, it's no big deal. You can pop it back in. Nice nylon build quality here. Now when we get to the inside, this is pretty cool. So you got a nice metal outer barrel nut, right? So that's cool. It's got the little holes through it as well. And then a nice heavy duty, thick outer barrel, of course, with the threaded 14 millimeter counterclockwise tip. And then you've got your nice metal inner barrel, okay? So that's from that end. Now when it comes to opening up the receiver, like I said, very straightforward. You're just going to push this out, right? So you're just going to push that out on this side, okay? And once that's out, you can just pull back and slide the top of the receiver off. So the top of the receiver comes off, right? Now this one, your charge handle, which again is also metal. So I'll try to point out all the metal parts. This actually goes on to the top of this, like we've seen in a few others. The spring just popped off, but the spring connects there, and here. Okay, and that's how that one works. Okay, so of course I already took the buffer tube off. That's super easy. You're just going to use a screwdriver to unscrew, take the buffer tube off. Now for the rest of the blaster, for the lower, right, we're going to have to remove the mag release, right? So that's just a screw that'll pop off, right? We're going to go ahead and we're going to have to remove your little catch release here too. So to get that, basically you need to take like a tool like this or something small, and you're going to poke that pin out. There's a little pin right there that you're going to poke out, and then you'll be able to pull that out. Okay, that piece catches right here, okay, on the gearbox, and that's what allows you to release for your blowback functioning. All right, so once you've done that, I always put the blaster into safety, right? Because then when we go to pull the gearbox out, it'll be easier. 1 screw here, unhook your battery, 4 screws, of course, at the top of the grip, take that off. So lastly, all you're going to need to do is push this out. Again, it's just pressure, push it out, and push this main middle pin out, and then you'll be able to pull the gearbox up and out. It's actually really easy. It's not hard to do at all. You shouldn't have any problem with it if you have a little bit of engineering know-how and you take your time. This is actually a pretty easy one to work on, okay? So the other thing I wanted to, here's your high-speed motor. Again, most of these, when they come from the factory, they're not going to have any brand or name on them, but that seems to be what EMERBU's been using consistently, and BOHAN has, and they work pretty well in my experience. Your gearbox, you do have a metal, actually it's not a metal trigger. It looks metal, but it's not metal, okay? And so we'll go ahead and we're going to switch the spring on this. I've shown this many times, but I'll show it again for the sake of this video, right? So pull that out. So that's an M95 spring. So we're going to go to, this is an M85. We're going to go to an M95. It's not super longer, but you can see how much more coiled it is at a couple of spots. Should be significantly more FPS with this. So kind of exciting to see where that comes out. Since I've had such good luck with the BOHAN SLRs and the type of increase that we get with the FPS when we put M95s in there, I'm hoping we'll get something similar here because it is pretty similar setup, right? So I have that in there turned. Yep, okay, well, I had it right and I just wanted to make sure. So there we go. that's turned and that's locked in there. So that's how easy it is to go ahead and do that. And then this, since we just have the shot selector on the one side, all you got to do is leave it in safety. We can slide that back in. Makes this one a lot easier than some of the others out there where you have to have an extra shot selector. You got to line some more things up. It can be a little harder. So that's kind of a quick rundown, I know, but this is pretty straightforward. It's a standard kind of V2 gearbox. I've got lots of videos that show you, but definitely well built, lots of, high quality nylon, and then different metal components throughout. Definitely well made, pretty cool blaster. So hopefully we get some great performance with that M95. Check back. We'll do some demos. Of course, we've got some custom stuff I'm doing, just basically, different cosmetic stuff aside from the spring. And hopefully you guys like that. Questions, comments, post them below. Like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends. Check out EMERBU Toys at their website and check them out on Amazon too.